Your what's happening?
What's up?
Highly offensive.
I don't know how y'all looking at that.
What?
That's like a super delay. Yeah.
But don't ruin the intro, damn it.
Sorry.
Fucking ear. New highly offensive episode 9. We in this bitch. You know what I mean? We back. Fresh off. You know what I mean? I know it's been 2 weeks. It's gonna be our first Twitch podcast. So I hope y'all check us out, and I hope y'all fuck with us and whatnot. Show support since TikTok kept trying to take down our shit. You know what I'm saying? We had to find a new home.
Find a real streaming platform to go to.
Yeah, you know what I mean? And a chance to, you know what I mean, just get out there, you know what I mean? And maximize our reach.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So we found a new home on Twitch. This is the first episode on Twitch, but it's highly offensive episode 9. Yeah. How y'all feeling? It's been a little bit, you know.
Yeah. Been a decent amount of time. It's not been bad. Work's been work. Work sucks sometimes, but other than that, like, you know, shit's been alright.
Not interested in work?
Not really. I mean, just work. That's it. Sell a lot of food. Deal with a lot of people complaining. People shitting on the walls. Stuff.
People shit on the walls?
Shitting on the walls, man.
That's fucking gross.
I don't even know how to fuck, like, they poop on the wall. I guess that's interesting,
like,
right?
Just monkey flinking it?
Like explosive diarrhea booty juice on the wall. Like, how your booty do that? I don't know. I don't know what happened. It's just, it's confusing. It's weird, but...
Yeah, that loosey-goosey.
Get that loose goose juice. I don't know. It's pretty gross.
But you, Kay, how's your last 2 weeks been? Anything interesting happened in your life? Damn, just shut it down.
Yeah.
Just no. You will not create no content on
Nothing at all. That's right.
Fucking yeah, no, let me not. So yeah, it's been a nice 2 weeks. I'm in a pretty fucking good mood, actually, surprisingly enough. I don't know. I think I told you. I'm not sure though. I stepped down from my position.
Oh yeah, you told me at work you're like, fuck that. You're not doing that.
Still clocking?
No more bullshit.
Supervisor?
No. But I'm going to scrub that out. But just in case.
Think we live, what you mean?
It's not like anybody's watching right now.
Nah,
but,
just I'm watching us. Watch us while we watching us.
But whatchamacallit? Like, yeah, I stepped down from my management position. And honestly, like, it feels like it's so much stress.
The relief.
So much more. Like, fucking, there's, and the weird part is, like, people, like, the first couple days, it was like a shock to everybody.
Oh,
like,
really?
Yeah, they were just
you
like...
You came in with your hat.
Yeah.
And your apron and shit.
A little dress whites and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh.
Which that never made sense to me.
But,
why didn't make y'all dress all
yeah,
white?
I don't get it. Makes no sense.
You know what I mean? Like,
to keep up appearances, I guess.
That's why.
But they work in, like, a kitchen where
They're gonna greasy and...
No sense.
But
I don't know.
That's why in Burgerland, the John, my character, he's in all black because it would make more sense to be
in black if you're cooking food.
Yeah, but that's neither. I'll get into that later. But whatchamacallit? Yeah, so I stepped down.
What they say?
So they were just like, why? You know, they just wanted to know, and I didn't want to really get into it with them because, you know, I don't want to be like that guy souring the grapes for everybody.
Oh, this he turned a new leaf. He turned a new leaf. Because I remember when you were
waging war on apocalypse.
When you were flying the
fire and brimstone. Niggas will burn.
Nigga turned a new leaf. I like it.
No. This is just like
it's a tactical nuclear weapon.
me and my villain arc. You know what I'm saying? But I try not to act like a villain. You know what I'm saying? Like
Act like yours.
I like to be an honorable villain.
Gotcha.
Right.
And that's again, you turn in a leaf because the villain that I knew again was poisoning these people's, speaking in these people's ears.
You make it sound like I'm over here with fucking. I'm just saying, poisoning, like fucking, like I got cyanide and fucking throwing some on the burgers and shit. Like,
shading the waters.
But nah, like it wasn't like I'm sitting there trying to like. All I ever did was speak the truth, and if niggas felt that and it resonated with them, then
so be it.
Is that poison? You know what I'm saying? Like it that'd be like me saying that this shit is poison. Like this shit ain't. Nah, this is just a collection of thoughts of people saying how they really feel on different things, and some people gonna resonate with it, some people not. You know what I'm saying? Like some people gonna be like, nah. You know, and that's the thing is like when, like it's like I told you, like this is technically for me like season 3, like the People's Champ arc. You know what I'm saying? So like the people, they see what I do. You know what I'm saying? Like, and they still like, even last night, right? Like, I wasn't the manager. You know what I'm saying, to close, but all the guys are looking to me. They're not looking to their actual manager. I mean, that ain't doing shit anyways. But I mean, like, they're.
So what did you do? You directed them to him?
No, I'm still directing them. Like it's it's just another day. It's just.
No, nigga, no, it's not.
No,
you're not getting paid.
No.
Like it's.
For me, it's not. But the thing is, like, those are my guys.
And I get that,
So,
but what you're doing and you're making it seem like the person who's actually running the shift is doing a good job because you're directing these niggas. No, my nigga, no.
No, because I mean, at the end of the day, that's what happens with that is irrelevant to me. I sound like I want the restaurant to fail.
It's not that. It's not
I'm
that.
no longer a supervisor.
It's not getting paid for it.
Like,
but it's not even that. It's just the fact that you're making the person who is incompetent, who does not know what he's doing, look good because you're helping manage the store, but you're not getting paid to do it anymore.
But for me, all I had in my mind was, no, I'm about to go watch You season 2. So I mean, season 4.
You were leaving at 2 anyways.
No, I know, but I wanted to set them up.
And you didn't, right?
Huh?
And you didn't leave at 2.
I left at like 2:41, but I set my guys up. That's more important to me than anything. Like. It's something that I tried to be as a supervisor is to make sure I always took care of my people. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's why they still follow me the way they do. That's why, even though, you know what I'm saying, I'm no longer the supervisor, they're still coming to me. They're still looking for me for direction and, you know what I'm saying, trying to, survive type shit. Like, this is like,
send their ass to the new supervisor. But you gotta send them over there. Fuck that.
No, don't get me wrong. There's other shit that like I let that guy handle. Like or even like
the manager.
Yeah, it's not like the other day. One day it was like, yo, this thing ain't on the map. I get a manager for you. Yeah. I got all that. You know what I mean? I kept it pushing. You know what I'm saying? Like there's certain things that I don't. That's why I'm so much stress free now, because I don't have to deal with those factors.
Now, does the manager that doesn't know what he's doing, does he tell you what to do?
No.
He doesn't try you.
No. And I think he knows like how, and it's not like I want to be disrespectful to him, but at the same time, like I can't let somebody who don't do nothing tell me what to do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I would be like, cause I'm gonna tell you what you doing.
Yeah.
Like that's just
delegating, nigga, delegating.
Yeah, and there's different kinds of ways to supervise and to be a leader. You know what I'm saying? Like some people, you know what I mean? Like their way is I'm gonna push off all the work on all the people and I'm gonna sit here and I'm gonna watch a movie on Netflix while everybody else does all the work. You know what I'm saying? And there's people that's going to do the work with you and get you through it, and then afterwards be like, yo, let's take a little
I think
smoke
there
break.
should be a happy medium because like your job, your title as a manager is to manage the team, not to do the work. If you're lucky enough where you get a manager that does help out, that's nice. But it's not like they have to manage the restaurant and manage the team. Of course, you don't want somebody as they're barking out orders just chilling in the back while the fucking restaurant is burning down. But I don't think it's also fair to.
Oh, it's not. But it's never been fair.
Have you do work as a supervisor?
And it's not like I'm gonna be the supervisor and.
No, I'm not saying you are, but I'm saying like when you were.
It's just that, like, for me and them, it suited me. It benefited me to be like, let's just get this going, get me out of here. I'm gonna go watch you. Hey, they were like, and even then they were still like, nah, you gonna stay, right? You gonna stay? Nah, sorry guys, I'm gonna set y'all up, but I'm out. Like, I know this nigga ain't really going, you know what I mean? But hey, it is what it is. You know what I mean? Like, these are no longer my responsibilities.
Yeah. You gotta show them what they're missing. Not them as your ex-employees, but.
Speaking of showing people what they're missing, lady kills her own doppelganger, Instagram lookalike to fake her own death.
Oh wow! Okay.
Now, yeah, I mean that's some real clever fucking shit. That's some where in a world is Carmen Sandiego plus Ultra.
The stupidest shit.
It's very smart. Look, man.
And until you do like dental
DNA
records,
test,
DNA tests, hair
I mean,
tests,
who's going that deep? If the person looks like the person,
like,
just kidnap you.
think police?
You don't kill them where they're at. You kidnap them. You get a body. You
look like
somebody identifies them. You got to do it clever. You know what I'm saying? Leave them out in the.
They take like.
What if they don't have any prior information? Like, it depends.
I don't want to disrespect the German police by saying that they don't do proper and diligent police work when they go identify bodies and name them. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, not everybody has like a DNA track record.
Yeah, but I still think they take it.
And compared to what though? The person's dead. If your family member comes down, then they would know, hey, like this person's not the right person. Like this person's not related to me. So, like, I guess, well, yeah, I guess in that case, they would do it no matter what.
We found out there's a reason it didn't work.
Yeah, well, it didn't work.
I mean, like, clearly, that, like, she got caught.
I just think she did it wrong. Now, I would have personally, I would have...
detail as to why she did that?
I don't know, let's see.
I'm pretty sure, I forget.
That's crazy.
But yeah, like, to want to fake your own death and want
to kill
she wanted to go into hiding due to internal disputes
of
her family and fake her own death. But she wanted to go into hiding to hide some beef she had with her family.
More like
I mean, that was the reason. I don't know.
Somebody has to die.
I would have had like a fake plane accident or some shit with the body just being torched. So
pull you and cut your toe off and burn down the house. That's just crazy.
I know, some Joe shit.
Yeah.
They didn't find the murder weapon though.
That's crazy.
50 stab wounds, and her face was badly injured.
How'd they find out? The family went and identified her?
I know the DNA. They found the DNA. I guess the DNA matched the family.
I swear to God.
I mean, I don't know.
Bitch up there doing some crazy shit.
And the thing is, like, what I don't get is, like, how you don't, like, not fuck up when there's enough shows on Netflix that tell you how to kill people and get away with it.
That part.
Like, there's
literally a show called How to Get Away with Murder. Like,
or they'll tell you how everyone else got caught. Like,
so you know what not to do.
This guy, don't use this cyanide because it shows up in the blah blah blah. Like, I don't really know because I don't be watching this shit, but I had an ex that was like pathologically addicted to those shows. And I'd be like, you're a sicko. Like, this is a red flag for me. Like,
well, I used to like those shows. Like,
it's like girls who watch SVU, Law and Order. Like,
you know what? Fuck you. Fuck you, bitch.
That's a red flag for me.
You hear that, Mateo? It's a red flag.
I like SVU. I think it's personally interesting. I do feel like they take the rape a little bit too far. Like one episode when he had the panties all hanging from the tree branches. I was like, all right.
My nigga, it's called SVU. It's Special Victims Unit. Of course,
we can have.
Saying though, like,
but a panty parade of panties just hanging from trees. That was kind of a little bit. I don't know who out there hanging that many panties and nobody noticed, but there were hella panties hanging.
They were in the woods, though.
Nah, nigga. If somebody did like a mural of panties, and it's well known that the panties are just hanging there, somebody will say something. Nah, son. Ain't no one hanging like 400 pairs of panties in just some park somewhere. 40? It was more than that. There was a couple trees that were covered.
It's too much rape for me.
It was a whole lot of rape.
It's called SVU. What do you think?
I don't care what it's called.
What do you think?
Like,
What do you think
it just needs to be. It should have been canceled after season 2.
Yeah, right.
There's just enough now. Like you could have covered enough cases by now. But no, it's
no more rape is necessary. Like,
well, no, it's not just that. It's just like I feel like it kind of programs you to feel a certain way, like or think a certain way, like all these girls that go to the gym are just like, these guys are so toxic. Oh my God, they're looking at me.
But it does happen though.
I feel like no, of course.
Yeah.
But
I was looking at the comment and my face was like literally all in the photo.
Wait, who had a comment?
My nose. Somebody left something.
Oh, somebody wanted to offer promotion of the channel.
No, thank you.
But literally, my nose was all over.
Thanks, but no thanks. We're gonna write that. Thanks, but no thanks. From the tail.
Whatchamacallit, like, it's...
But anyways, we're way off track.
No, we are.
I mean, not really. You know, we're good.
This German lady, she's dumb as shit. You know what I mean? Like,
it wasn't a smart thing.
You know what I mean? Like, and or just not
done it at all.
Not done it at all.
I mean, it wasn't.
But I'm saying, like, if you're gonna do it right.
Do it right.
She should have done it better. I would have had like an Instagram post with myself, like that person, and then just throw them off like a cliff or something, somewhere they can't recover the body.
We're not gonna sit here and give people ideas on how to.
I'm not giving you your idea. I'm just saying, do it better.
No, that's what
do it better.
It's off TikTok.
That is what not we're gonna do.
Okay, let's not do that. But speaking of bad decisions, speaking of terrible decisions that we shouldn't repeat, scientists are bringing back the woolly mammoth in 4 years.
That'd be kind of cool, though.
It might not be, because he might bring back ancient diseases we've never been exposed to.
Where do we draw the fucking line? Is it at the saber-toothed tiger? You know what I'm saying? Like when it's fucking roaming the streets of New York.
We're making ligers and shit.
Let it roam the streets.
I'm pretty sure COVID wasn't supposed to roam the streets when they invented it in Wuhan. You know what I mean? But like here we are. Oh yeah, never mind. But I'm just saying, stop playing God.
Yeah, like, when is enough?
The I don't know, man. Like all this shit that they're doing, whether it's CERN, fucking smashing atoms together, you know what I mean, to fucking create holes into other universes and shit, or fucking Dr. Fauci and fucking the gain of function trying to invent diseases and shit, to fucking these motherfuckers just like, oh, well, let's just bring back some prehistoric fucking elephant that has no business being alive in this fucking time frame just to see what happens.
Yeah.
Like
number 3 though.
It's hilarious.
But
it's like Nick Cannon.
Yeah.
Nick Cannon's daddy.
The OG Nick Cannon.
Yeah.
Yeah, bringing a whole bunch of shit to life that you shouldn't be. This is crazy. I don't know. I mean, like, there may be some scientific value to seeing how they lived and how, like, but, like, I don't know. With all things, you don't know.
What would you gain from that now? And bringing back a whole species that's not supposed to be alive.
I mean, they might have the cure for some shit. You never know. They might have their test might contain some shit. You never know.
I'm sure of that part.
Yeah, they might have some rare earth. I'm also
sure, like you said, like there's some prehistoric diseases.
It's very possible.
You know what I'm saying?
They got the prehistoric, mahogany I don't know what the fuck it would be. Some random shit.
You sound like Joe Biden.
Fucking mahogany, nigga. Like, oh my god, you got the mahogany. Don't sound good, does it? You go fucking dead. If you're mahogany positive, you must stay indoors for 4 weeks. You cannot put on CNN. You cannot speak. Oh man.
But anyways,
yeah.
Speaking of, I don't know, rambling.
Bringing a whole bunch of shit back to life you shouldn't be. A man who fathered 102 children. 102 children says enough is enough. Doesn't know all his children's names. Now, I don't know 102 of my friends' names. Okay,
yeah, right?
Let alone 102 children. Once you get past 10, you better start naming them like phonetically or some shit with like a number after it. Like you're Philip 1, you're Paul 2, like that. That's how you should go about it if you want to remember all of them. But that's a lot of kids to remember.
I think I'm forgetting like after like 20.
That nigga pays 30 cents per child in child support.
That's being a little nice.
Yeah, that's me being generous, but like 20 of them little niggas just running around. Fuck.
102? And we were complaining about Future, and we were complaining about motherfucking, what was his name? We were just talking about him, Nick Cannon.
I wonder how that child support is.
He's probably paying like a quarter a kid.
Yeah, it's an
like Africa. A quarter a kid or
something. Oh, it's in Africa? Yeah. Oh, no.
You know, $1 a day. It's like $1 a day.
A cattle a month. I know, that's racist.
Oh, man, this is terrible. I mean, I wonder how many baby mamas he got, though. Because, like, he got 102 kids. He got, like, at least, like, 50 baby moms, right? That's crazy. Maybe 30, 40. I would say averaging. He's probably hitting, like, 3 or 4 per kid. Right? 3 or 4? That ratio? 4 to 1. So, like, he should have about 40 baby mamas if he has 102 kids. If they each had around 3 or 2.5 or something like that. That would give him roughly 102.
Yeah,
I wonder how many.
Too much kids, too much women, too much.
That's a lot.
Stress. Like,
too much shit, man.
But
in cultures like that, men don't really take care of their kids. It's the mother who.
Well, it's like fucking lions in the jungle. You know what I mean? Like they're just, you know what I mean? Like the it gets to the point where like the lions kind of start inbreeding because they're just like there's just too much. There
many of
the same people running around. You know what I mean? In a certain location. You know, maybe you can phrase that properly because that kind of came off wrong.
Came off a little bit, you know.
But
it's all right.
Whatchamacallit, like it's too much.
102.
Like.
If you got 102 Netflix subscriptions, that's too many.
I'm just thinking,
but let alone children. And Netflix subscriptions are way more affordable than children are. 102.
It's hard. Like
that's what I'm saying.
I've seen, you know what I'm saying? Like just people just like single mothers, for example, like go through.
If you had to pay $10 per kid, that's $1,020 a week, and that's just $10, nigga. That's a pack of Lunchables. And a Capri Sun pack for each child for the week. They'll hold that shit down. I think it's like what, like it's not even that many because $10 is like one small Lunchable meal nowadays, and then a pack of those shits is like $12. So yeah, your ass, you have to have a gallon of water and a ham sandwich, nigga.
That's irresponsible too. Like
that's mad kids, man. Unless you're trying to keep the life of the world. Like
you can't offer them a better life, and you still like at least Nick Cannon got money. He can take care of.
You sign that nigga up for the Mars program and send him over there, let him populate over there. That's what you do.
I mean, like you have child soldiers, motherfuckers digging him. I mean, he got his own workforce.
Yeah, for real.
Like
he's trying to open up a Walmart out there. That's what he's trying to do. Walmart with all his kids working there and shit, selling all types of precious resources. It is pretty fucked up.
Like the other day, like. This has nothing to do with one or the other, right? But I was watching this TikTok video, on these people in Africa. They were making like burgers out of mosquitoes.
Mm-hmm. I've seen that.
Like
just to get the protein from the bugs.
They were fucking happy about it
because they had meat. That was their meat.
Like
they could get.
And now I'm thinking like imagine having 102
That's what I'm
kids.
saying. That's
Eating bugs.
And motherfuckers out here just eating mosquito burgers. You know what I mean, to get by, like. And we take it for granted because we're in America.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like, even people are like who struggle. Like, let's say like there's like a soup kitchen or some shit, or somebody might, you know, be a good Samaritan and buy them like give them pizza or something. Like, you know, you see shit like that like online. But like, I mean, when motherfuckers like on the regular and I'm not saying like all. You know, everybody's eating just fucking mosquito patties, but I'm saying that there's certain portions that
eating
are very
mosquito burgers.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, imagine if you're, shit, 50 fucking kids, 40, 30, 20, I mean.
Nigga, 2 kids. You can't even get water your goddamn self. Like, that's some crazy shit. I wouldn't do it. It's not wise. But speaking of doing unwise things, Walmart's hunting shoppers. I actually had personal experience with this. Because one of my coworkers had gotten arrested. I won't say who or what for. I mean, I kind of mentioned it. But they got arrested. They got let go. They got let go and everything because they didn't follow the process. But essentially, they went to go get some feminine products. And they took it and they used it. And they're like, hey, I'll pay for it. I just needed it because, you know, my time's coming, whatever. And they're like, oh no, you're free to go, but you have a bench warrant, so she didn't appear.
Oh, wow.
And then they arrested her. They went to her house and got her for an out-of-county warrant because, you know, Florida's going ham. But also, on top of that, Walmart's on the hunt for people at self-checkouts. They're like clocking you. So if you're stealing those packs of meat, when you get to a certain number, they come in for that ass, okay? So pay for your fucking shit at self-checkout. You think they can't see you. They can. And somebody was like, oh, how can they see you? There's only so many cameras inside. They have cameras outside. The same amount of cameras outside that they got on the inside. And all the cameras are watching your ass steal. And they gonna send a fucking warrant to your house. They gonna pick you up using your fucking credit card information. People are like, well, what if I wear a mask? I should be good. They have cameras outside, nigga. They can see your license plate and see what you're driving. So unless you go in there like James Bond, switch plates, you could take I guess you could take a bus, wear a mask, and hope they don't catch you. You got to do it that way. You got to be real low key. But yeah, they're coming for that ass.
Locks away.
I better pay with cash too, nigga. Pay with cash, walk in there looking like Norman Bates.
Stop stealing. I mean,
could do that. Yeah, pay for your packs of meat, nigga. Go to the meat market.
And then that's like a ridiculous thing to say because people steal all the fucking time, and also as like we're in a time where price of inflation has gone up.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying, like the price of eggs.
Yep, nigga. So, the real flex is scrambled eggs in the morning, nigga. That's the real flex.
That's how you feel somebody you love them now. Like,
what, nigga? Scrambled eggs, nigga.
For you. You don't know how much this shit costs me.
It's 80 cents an egg, nigga. 80 cents an egg. I think it's like 75 cents an egg. I was rounding up, but eggs is expensive. I get groceries are expensive right now, but don't get caught out there stealing at Walmart. Steal from your local grocery store that don't have cameras and shit like that. If you gotta steal, corner stores. But yeah, don't get your hands chopped off because some of them people don't play that shit. I know if I own a corner store, I'm hitting you with a baseball bat. If it was my shit, I'm whooping that ass. You're not stealing my goddamn gum, nigga. I don't care. I don't give a damn.
Like some of them,
Kim up off the mayor freshness. Yeah, you getting that ass beat. You get fucking Bruce Lee's gonna come out the back and karate kick you in the back of your neck.
Everybody was kung fu fighting.
They're gonna have you in the back as a slave, washing dishes for a week to pay the back.
Racist as fuck today.
Damn.
Fuck.
We got with a bang.
Oh man.
Sarah. Song playing.
But you laughing though. So you just as racist.
You can hear it. You can hear it.
It's funny.
For real. Oh man.
It wasn't even an Asian person singing that song.
It's definitely not. I think that was a black man actually.
I think he just had
fast as lightning. All right. So, speaking of weird chants, organized religion rant. What's this about? I have no idea.
I don't know. You sent it in. It was
the
guy like talking about religion or something. It was like some kind of flowetry.
Oh, let's go.
There's one thing I'll say about organized religions. That is that their updated belief systems, while the conceptual well-meaning, have been twisted by the leaders of men throughout history into systematic brainwashing machines whose only goals are power and money, and has proven in their own rhetoric that glorifies poverty, and individuality, and tells good people who don't know any better that the best they can hope for out of this life is to lead a quiet, unopinionated existence of servitude in the name of invisible man in the sky, who's represented on earth by a bunch of sex-starved weirdos who live tax-free in marble mansions, and who guilt and frighten their followers into giving the money that's supposed to be donated to the poor, but is oftentimes spent on speaker systems, gold incense holders, and 30-foot statues that can't be eaten or slept in, but are supposed to represent the compassion the religious establishment established the rest of the idea that we just shut the fuck up and do what we're told for the rest of our lives. By the time we die, we're gonna go to a magical land filled with waterfalls and talking seahorses. But it's all that does not exist. We need to emancipate ourselves from the guilt and pseudo-morals of the first rule. Break open the doors of the church, let homeless people sleep in there the way Jesus would have done. Start finally practicing what you push on others, and then in the backyard smoke a joint and jack off to the stars, because that'll get us closer to heaven than praying to a fucking statue ever will. There's one thing I'll say about organized religion.
How'd you feel about the rant? It's a whole lot to observe there.
I mean, I disagree with what he says, but
With
I do understand some of the sentiment, the anti-religious sentiment. I mean, like I said, when you have all these judgmental, Christians like fucking judging you, it kind of makes it hard. It makes you kind of look like, well, that's God, even though these are just like representatives for him, and really bad ones at that. But there's a lot of people that have had those experiences where the church has left, or certain religious people, whether it's Catholics touched on little kids, or Christians stealing money and fucking building these mega churches, flying private jets and shit, and fucking all this other shit. Like, there's reasons why people have those feelings, and it's justified. But
I think sometimes when you have like organizations like that, they can be super corrupt. I mean, it is what it is. And I feel like whoever's in power gets to control what the narrative is as far as religions go, and which ones are in power and which ones aren't. So there's a lot of power dynamics at play when it comes to religion, and people use it.
People, and it doesn't matter if you're Christian or not. But the second you start, getting real money and seeing real money, your capacity for for empathy changes. Money changes people in so many ways. There are very few people that get money and be like, oh, let me do good with it. You know what I'm saying? That you typically, we see the Illuminati, what they've done with the little secret boys club. These are the richest people in the world, and every time we see them on the news, is them getting caught
doing some freaky shit.
Yeah. Or even fucking just getting away with shit. Caitlyn Jenner, she ran over somebody, killed them. You know what I mean? And
little GTA, a little two-star in real life. Little two-star.
It sits there and now she gets to tweet about whatever the fuck she wants about. You know what I mean? Meanwhile,
I'm a man now, or I'm a woman now. I'm there now. I'm never now. That's a wrap. You know what I mean?
Somebody lost a family member.
They just little two-star. She did a little cheat code. Upright. White privilege. Sprinkle.
Yeah.
I am a man and a woman at the same time, and
that's that double.
All is forgotten. Yeah,
that's double stuff.
Double super privilege. God, how can you be an Olympic athlete, a woman, and also a murderer at the same time? Yep, she got a 2-star rating, and she cleared that shit right away. But yeah, so.
But no, man, that's just the rich people shit. You know what I'm saying? And not just rich people shit, but again, money changes people. So. You see it bring out the worst in people, and sometimes it shows you who people really are. Like, cause sometimes people are, a version of this already. It's just that money allowed them to blossom full.
I think it's a platform. When people are given certain platforms, they can abuse it depending on who they are. That happens to people. I don't think it's necessarily the religion part. The organized religion part makes it easier for them to do so because they're already in a position of power. So they just abuse it. And people will abuse power in all types of places. But the religions do control certain narratives, like the whole kid rape Catholic religion thing. Like, I don't think I could be cool with a religion that hides kid abusers, like, and imagine, if you will, they have like a capital of Christians that just did whatever the fuck they wanted. Like, it's abhorrent to do in the Muslim community when they like kill like women and stuff for not listening to them, but they're like, hey, it's part of our religion, like we should be good, and the whole world's like, no, you should, that's fucking wrong, you shouldn't do that. But we're like, no, and then they're like, no, like we're gonna run shit how we want to, but there's no that I could think of that there's like, hey, there's a Christian area like where we house like kid abusers, or we house like rapists and murderers, like, and they're free from any type of persecution or whatever. Like, it just doesn't, it's unseen or unheard of.
Yeah.
So, and the fact that the world is cool with it is the other shit that, like, it's kind of weird because no one presses them on it. Like, no one's like, hey, look, we got to stop all those little kid fuckers that keep running back to the Vatican. Like, they got to come up out of there, or we're going to just denounce the fact that they're an independent nation. We're going to run up in there and go get all of them. Like, no one would dare even think about that even happening or saying that in the media or nothing.
If they raided the Vatican, like, just straight up, like, swatted that bitch and just, like, started going through, like, their, like, underground, like, libraries and all, like, the hidden knowledge that they kept to themselves, like, the shit, like, how that would change the mankind's, like, trajectory would be, like, because, I mean, just think that, like, the Vatican has enough money to cure world hunger, like, right now, as is. They could cure world hunger, like, 10 times over. And that's probably me being just generous light. Like, so, and on top of that, all, like, the lost historical books and shit, like.
But they do weird shit, man. Like, they walk around the weird costumes. Their church session is, like the craziest. I've been to all types of churches, but have you ever been to, like, a Catholic church? It's, like, the shortest, it's like speed dating of religion. Like, it's like they read a excerpt, they do a little hymn, and then like you eat a cracker and like all is forgiven and you get out, you leave. Like, immediately, it's like it's a very quick sesh.
Bro, Catholic girls are the best on top of that. Like, because Christian girls.
How do we get the girls? Like, we're talking about the religion, nigga.
There's there's a connection there. It's like for example, right? Like, Christian girls, like, they don't really put out like that. Like, they'll be like, nah. I mean, it depends what kind of Christian ones. But, like, typically, like, the ones that are, like the Pentecostals and, like, shit like that. Like, they'll be like, nah, you gotta get married. And then, I mean, we could do whatever. It's for a kid. Like, Catholic girls, they be flexible with the rules.
Because they know their pussy will be forgiven by the priest. As soon as they're done with the deed, they're like, all right, I'm going to confession. It's like, priest just, how many Hail Marys I gotta, all right. 2 Hail Marys and I gotta lick your balls? No problem. That's it? All right. God will forgive you. All right, cool. I don't know. I think it's very strange for a human to walk around like, God will forgive you, you're forgiven. Just do 10 jumping jacks and smack your mama and everything's all right. Like, it's just weird.
Now, me for example, right? Like, I'm a Christian. I'm a Seventh-day Adventist. I've said that before. But the reason I don't talk about my faith is because I don't want to be a poor representation of it. I know I'm a sinner. Let me just state that clearly. I am not a finished work of art. I still have a lot to go. Like, low prejudice, you know what I mean? As you can see. I have a temper on me. I curse. I'm perverted. The list goes on. You know what I'm saying? God knows me well.
It's like the nutritional facts attached to my body.
But the thing is, like, right, like, even though I know I'm a fuck up, like, I still carry myself in life in a way where I'm fearful that like it could be my last moment and I could just die, not be right with God, and that's it. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no do-overs. So it's like I always try to like at the end, like for example, like at the end of the day, just be like, you know what? Thank you, God. I know I sinned, a lot today. I failed you in so many ways, but you let me make it to the end of the day. Thank you for that. I'm gonna try to do better tomorrow. And every day try to keep working on doing better than the day before last. But it's a work in progress. You know what I'm saying? The perspective though that it gives me is that I'm not judgmental. Typically, like unless you touch kids, then that's where I draw the
Kid
line.
toucher, you're in a
That's
whole
why I'm like,
other
fuck
bracket of
Catholics.
people.
Like, but you know what I mean? Like, for the most part, you know what I'm saying? Like, I can, whether you're a junkie, whether you're homeless, whatever the fuck, I can find a way to connect with people. You know what I'm saying? And just have a conversation, and you know what I'm saying? Like, that's why like I'm pretty, like I feel I'm pretty light at my job. But some people, they conflate, being Christian with perfection, and I have to be perfect like Christ, and it's impossible.
I think nobody's perfect.
You know what I mean? I think that's an impossible, like a goalpost for it to try to put yourself. It's like trying to walk on the basketball court and be like, I'm like Mike. Like, bro, it's your first day.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not gonna be Jordan. Like you gotta put in fucking years and years and years, and then maybe like you might be like a tenth of as great as Jordan. Like,
you're not
that dude was special. Like,
not gonna live up to that label. Not at all.
Shit, LeBron passed Jordan, on the all-time scoring list a long time ago, and I was like, he's still not Jordan though.
Yeah, he's not.
But anyways,
speaking of people assigning labels to people, the media portrayal of black people, and like I've seen this before. I mean, it's obvious. Like when a black person kills somebody or gets killed, they're like a thug. Mm-hmm. They bring out all their crimes, all their old pictures. I'm sure if I ever did something and died, like they bring up my photo where I had the double T-shirts and I'm like this, and I have like my like a baseball hat backwards, like baggy ass jeans. Yeah, some dark from when I was younger and shit, going ham on my ass. But it'd be like, it's terrible. They do it all the time with brown people in general. They do.
And then with white people, they do the complete opposite.
The exact opposite. He was abused as a child, and
even just that, but the photos,
the labeling is like thug, victim, alleged person, and like criminal. Like it's very different. Even the verbiage is different, and that shit's crazy.
But it's one of those things that shows like the system. You know what I mean? It's like one of the arms of the system is the media. You know what I'm saying? Because everyone watches, for the most part, watches television. Of course now, like we're in a world where television is kind of getting outdated. Now everything's over to your phone, and eventually there'll be something that'll replace that. But call it. I just completely lost my train of thought. I was fucking high as shit. But yeah, like the media has always been on some bullshit. That's why I call it fake news. They paint narratives, whether it's and especially when it comes to black people, and white people. Like even like fucking Jeffrey Dahmer. Like they made a fucking goddamn docu-series about him, and they're like, who can we get it played? They picked the most lovable white boy ever. They was just like, get him on there and get him to do the Dahmer dance, and fucking now everyone.
Dahmer dance.
The shit where he's like dancing, while the shit's playing in the back, he's about to murder the guy.
Oh.
But you know what I mean? Like everyone's like
the Dauber dance.
loving this. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's like it's pop culture.
He did a great job,
Yeah,
and then they were all mad that he put it out too. There was a backlash about them putting it out, but it's like he did it.
Well, you watched it though.
And yeah, like
I said, I only watched one episode, and I was like, I'm out.
I watched the shit. I watched the whole shit. I watched the whole shit.
Uncomfortably gay for me, terrifying, and just too much. Niggas and vasted. Like I was just like, I almost stopped watching you this season when that nigga got the first episode when bro got chopped up into pieces and shit, and like tossed like a side of his thigh. I was like, oh, that looks like a steak. I was like, ugh. Like, why? Like, you know, you setting the bar, I guess, episode 1, but like, that's just too much.
That was one.
Yeah, that was the first episode because
Yeah,
that
was right away.
That was two.
No, that was one.
Was
That
it?
was one. It was right away. Remember you said it started right away? This was the first guy that died. They chopped him up.
I don't know, man. Like, but you know, the media, like, then, like, when it comes to like, you know, black people, it's always, you know, they're too hood, or you know, they portray like, you know, black on black violence, and I'm not gonna say that like for example, right? There's times that like you see stuff that almost kind of like justifies the narrative, but it doesn't. Like it's like. Like, it doesn't give you the context sometimes that's missing to paint a full accurate picture of what, you know, the story is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, so like when you don't have that context,
It kind of like lets them say whatever the fuck they want. Like they always say there's more black on black crime than any other crime, but like it's similar statistics in similar environments. So there's more white on white crime in white neighborhoods too, because there's only white people there. So like obviously you're gonna if you fight someone in your neighborhood, of course it's white. Oh yeah, you're exactly. And people that are black and brown tend to be in one area, and people that are white tend to be in another area. So yeah, of course it's gonna look that way.
You know,
but
like the where what bothers me, like, right, like, you know, they try to paint, you know, black people and even other minorities like Hispanic people like as, you know, these animals and shit. But it's like, but who created the conditions that put them in that situation?
yeah,
Like, I mean, these motherfuckers are impoverished and put into fucking, you know, these ghettos stacked up against each other, living next.
and the crimes are slanted. Even beyond that shit, like when you go get justice, like there's a difference. Like when a black guy goes to court and he's being tried, he's pretty much fighting for his freedom. That's the phrase that people use, fighting for the freedom, as if they're already in prison or incarcerated. Yeah. But if it was a white dude go to trial, they're gonna be like, all right, let's see if he's found guilty because he's already innocent. Like it's even in the language, it's completely different. I go to court, I'm like, man, these niggas are trying to put me in jail. I'm pretty much guilty unless I cop a plea or I'm even if I have like, there are people who've been convicted that didn't even commit the crime just because like of racism.
Even with, like, for example, like with Tory Lanez, like.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't know.
All the way up until the end, I was like, nah, man, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all been lying on black men for too long, and
they didn't have any actual, like, I still like it. Feel like they didn't have it right, like how they would. Like, I don't know.
But they were like, nah, but
they had one person witness, but the witness was on some bullshit. So I'm just like, it's weird.
I know, but I'm just like, at this point, I'm like, I can't be like defending it no more. You know what I mean? So
I mean, he's convicted. He's convicted. So
like, no, they got it.
Yeah, they got his ass. They got you, bro. You shouldn't have been fucked around. You're wrong. Wrong complexion.
On them hoes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
should have kept it in your pants, man. Did that shit in Canada or something. It's not out here in this.
Then again, like, I say that shit, but if I would have been in that situation, I'd have been fucking all them hoes. Like.
Yeah, but you wouldn't shoot at her and be like, dance, bitch, dance. Like, hello. Like, that wasn't smart what he did, though. It wasn't smart. But speaking of unsmart decisions, alligator catfish hybrid coming soon. What the fuck would that even look like? Like,
it's supposed to look the same, essentially, but like with more So I guess like they only replaced one chromosome, and that's like the chromosome. So essentially, like the reason they're doing this is because like the catfish, they tend to die from bacteria when they're being farm fished. So what they essentially want to do is they want to put this alligator gene into it
to make it resilient,
make it more resilient to the bacteria and whatnot. But to me, that just sounds like the beginning of a fucking nightmare. Like alligator catfishing, like no fucking thing. Like, what if you end up with like just damn my bad, small little fucking gator heads? Just
I mean, we already eat both of them. We already eat catfish. We already eat alligator.
But I'm saying gators also eat us though.
I mean, they do, but they also make good chicken nuggets, from what I understand. I've never had it before. I've never had it before either. And me too. I want to try it. Nobody's adventurous enough.
No, that's the same problem that I had.
I'm like, let's go to Gator's dockside, bro. I'm not scared. Let's fucking do it.
We'll fucking pod there.
Yep. We'll eat some fucking nuggets. They're like, we got you first, bitch. You didn't get us. Ha, fucker. Anyway, alligator catfish coming to a Kroger's near you.
I mean,
home delivery.
It's like the woolly mammoth shit. You know what I mean? Like, where do we draw the fucking line? You know what I mean? Like, is it, like I remember when I was hearing about like China creating a glow in the dark dog. I was like, but why? Why do you need glow in the dark dog? Like, dogs are perfectly just fine, not glowing in the dark. No, I just want to just...
They want free labor at their airports. They're going to teach these dogs to run back and forth to guide the planes in so they can fire all the humans. It's smart. It's smart. You didn't think about it. That's why you didn't think about it. They could also replace the referees, traffic lights.
The referees.
This nigga tired.
Traffic lights, all that shit.
Like me.
What? No, I'm saying you paint them dogs whatever color you want, motherfucker. You can have them be flags in the play and shit. You won't have referees no more. Just send in Fido.
They gonna be building iPhones next.
Yep. They gonna be the committing suicide at iPhone factories when the next release comes out. 50 dogs found dead from apparent suicide after chip component shortage.
But, nah, man, they gonna end up creating some shit that should not be alive, and that's just gonna fucking be released out into the wild and
make the fucking Chupacabra 2.0 and shit.
Yeah, or like fucking Cocaine Bear, like, you know what I mean? That Cocaine Bear movie that's coming out about how they dropped some cocaine on a bear and
a bear went ham on like some kilos of cocaine and then went ham and started murdering people.
Yeah, and like literally for like a couple minutes, it became like the top apex predator in the world. Like, he was out there just fucking up the cocaine and fucking people up. But yeah. Speaking of bad choices, black man tries to grab gun from cop during a stop. It was not smart at all. Like, do you want to play the video? Like that was, and you know, like fucking, I hate the cop, so I never want to give him the benefit of the doubt and fucking be like, nah, you know, like the cop was wrong. But that was like one where I was like, nah, I sympathize for the cop on that one.
Yeah, he's a fucking. Because he was
like, yo, just sit down. Like I'm not even trying to like arrest you, bro. Like, just sit back in the vehicle. You're good. I promise. Like,
let's go live in the streets. We can hit this replay real quick. It's casual cop-ish going on here. It's pulling up to the scene. I don't think it started recording yet.
Well, the audio starts after you get from the car.
Yeah. I think I got some hot sauce in my eye or some shit. I don't know. It's just burning. Got real fucking loud.
Hey man, you can sit in your car. You can sit in the car, man. You can have a seat. Have a seat. So I'm stopping you for going 50 miles an hour to 25. So I need you to sit down.
I think you're not going.
So, no, I'm not. I need you to sit down.
I think you're not going.
No, you know.
Clearly not messing with him.
I'm not messing with you.
Why are you grabbing? Why are you grabbing? I want to talk to somebody.
Okay, have a seat. Have a seat. Have a seat. Have a seat now. Have a seat now. Have a seat.
I'm not doing anything.
Okay. Sit down. Sit down. Sit down. Sit down.
Went for the strap.
He's trying to grab my gun. He's trying to grab my gun. Get off my gun.
Hit him with the Beats by Dre. Knock the body camera off.
You know, better on your back, bro. On your back.
Very unwise. Bad decisions were made. He went from like a speeding ticket to a felony, and a bad one too, like a really long sentence felony. It's not very intelligent at all.
I don't know, and the thing is like I want to shoot him some bail. Like I feel like maybe like he thought that he was about to get killed by like a racist white cop. So like his thought was, well, let me just reach over and grab it again before he could shoot me with it. But like he kind of got to know that that's not going to end well for you.
He didn't even have that kind of energy though. He was just like, yo, bro, you went like 50 out of 25. He's like, why you grabbing me? Because you're walking up to you got out the car when you got pulled over. Like, that's mad sus. And then you sit up and you're like pressing this thing. Of course, he's like, yo, what the fuck are you doing?
It kind of seemed jittery to me, like he was on something.
He was definitely on something. He seemed like he was on some like speed or some shit.
Like
some upper something. Not a depressant. He wasn't drunk. He was like high. An 8-ball or some shit. I don't know. Don't know.
Yeah, speaking of being jittery, fucking U.S. Under security threat as our enemies get closer and closer. So we have Russia, Iran, and China sending forces to South America to essentially do what America's been doing for like the last the last 50 years, just build bases all around the world and go populate and send troops over. But now they're kind of closing in on us, and now at any moment now we could essentially be invaded by forces of sovereign forces.
That's why you gotta get the straps. Get them now. Get ready. Never know. You never know.
What do you what do you think about the current state of affairs? Like, for example, like last week, the big thing was like the whole Chinese balloon. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I don't know. I think they all do sus stuff. It's just some people get caught and some don't. And then when they get caught, they all deny it. So we do it, they do it. I'm not surprised. Like,
yeah, but I don't think America's ever been so like weak before, where like enemies actually like just kind of like start swarming in on us. Like it's like to the point where like.
But look who's running. Like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Somebody who's not confident enough to do a speech, not confident enough to run a country.
Yeah. It's pretty bad. I don't know. I feel like we've always been top dog, but not lately. Definitely showing that we're kind of weak. But that's why we got a million bases, bro. Got a million missiles pointed at everybody. That's the security feature of having all those setups everywhere, all throughout the world. That's the strategy behind it.
Like a doomsday jump, just fucking.
Like they can't come on all of us. It's going down.
We're going down.
You're going down with me, motherfuckers. You're not gonna take me. You're not gonna take me, and I'm not gonna take all y'all motherfuckers with me. If you try to kill me, I'm gonna kill everybody else.
I just think like the U.S. like they've been talking shit for so long that like all these countries have been itching for like just like I imagine it's like for example like like your parents like they give you whoopings like when you're a kid and like just like fucking talking shit and then you get old and you get bigger. You're like, damn, you're like, I could beat your ass. Like, right about now.
Yeah,
like,
you're talking that shit all this time.
Like, I remember what you did to me. Like, how would you like that, Dad? I just...
Whoop that ass. How you whoop my ass. Yeah.
Fucking... And I think, like that's how these countries are starting to, like, feel like, they have...
Y'all been flexing on this all these years. And now we not scared. We got these balloons. You have to be up in your ass. So yeah, I could totally see that. Makes sense.
But the question is this security threat just a human one? So apparently there's been lights in the sky and over Texas, Mexico, even one of the Carolinas, where like it almost looks like, you know how you have like the lights in the room, like LEDs, but they got different colors. Like,
It's like that.
they got a video. Yeah, it's in there where it just shows like the sky just switching colors, like from blue and yellowish to like red. And it's just like, what's up in the sky?
Samsung's about to drop a new phone. That's going down.
I don't think it's the Samsung.
Nah, you don't think it's the Note 15 and shit?
There's something though in the sky, definitely.
They're definitely putting some weird shit out there. I would not be surprised.
I don't know if it's aliens or if it's us.
I don't know. It could be both. It could be a joint cooperation, joint operation, where the aliens are participating with the humans. I mean, that wouldn't be surprising if Russia or China got down with the aliens. Not being racist, but that the Chinese kind of look, a little bit different than every other race. That's all I gotta say.
Yo.
I mean,
Very racist podcast.
Yeah,
I mean,
swung out the park.
I'm just saying they differentiate. They differentiate more than the races. You can't even deny it. It's not. It's
I
undeniable.
mean, yeah, they got chinky eyes, but you know what I mean? Don't mean that they're aliens.
No, I just mean to say like they're the only ones that have it. Everybody else kind of has some of it, but nobody else has their features. And when you think of races, you're like, all right, what's the name features that make this race like unique? What do you come up with when you think about like Asians?
I don't know, but if anything, white people are probably more like the aliens than anything.
I mean, they have distinct features that like follow their whole race, though. Like they have, okay, you got a bigger nose, it's probably a white guy, like that kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? What do Asian people like? Seriously, not being racist, just general, like for real. What feature do Asians generally have that would fit their whole? They don't. They don't, right? Am I bugging?
I don't know.
Or no? Nothing? Like Germans have like high cheekbones, like Amazonians are tall women, Mexican people tend to be short, some are tall.
We don't piss off the Asians.
I'll just throw it. Oh, I mean, come on, you can't count out the Asians, bro. It's supposed to be highly offensive. It's supposed to be pushing the boundaries here. This is bullshit.
Fucking your new like Asian like.
Nah, I didn't do that. You did the eye thing. I'm not even doing that.
I just probably something that's very.
But people have that in Spanish culture too. They have like Asian eyes. They're not Asian at all. But is that their distinct feature? Their eyes?
Yeah,
you think you would say their eyes? Okay.
Their eyes and like their man.
And
I already feel racist just even thinking about.
I feel like if you were to single out a race and say like all the races came here as like one individual of that race and then they all like populated out to the world. If you were looking at all the races, the one race that stands out as the least featured would be the Asian cultures. Because I feel like they would be like like if we were like, all right, there are 10 base races, right? And out of 10 base races, which one has the least features that are noticeable of the other ones that are more distinct, specifically like black people, white people, Spanish people, like they all have their thing that you recognize that like goes with
eyes.
Yeah, no, I mean like but it's different shit. Like Spanish people have like hair, beauty marks, certain shit. But I'm saying they have that shit too. But I'm just saying, generally speaking, like they have the least features out of the other ones. It's a ninjas, nigga.
What the?
They got Ninjago.
You're not gonna recover this podcast. Shit, how we beat.
I'm about to join in.
But I feel like
I feel left out of all the races.
They could have been infiltrated by the aliens, and they could have been like the human alien hybrids. I mean, think about there's a billion of them. You know what I'm saying? It's weird that they have the numbers on everybody else, and they're in a small little area of the world. But Asians, let me blow your mind even further. That includes Indians. Like Indians are Asians. I didn't believe it either, and I had to Google it.
They're different kind of Asians.
But they're also Asian though. But that's the weird shit, right? Look at the Indian Asians and look at the Asian Asians and tell me something ain't off about that. Because you see pale Spanish people and you see dark Spanish people. But you see some similarities between the two, right? No. Do you see a similarity between Asians and Indian Asians?
No.
Do you see any, but beyond that, no, like their hair texture, skin, nothing.
They have the same.
Similar-ish.
Dead hair. Very straight, very...
Alright, they got the hair. But doesn't it feel like somebody said, like, let me just take all their culture out and I got an Asian? I'm being serious. They took all the melanin out. They took all the facial features. They took all that out. No big lips, no big ears, none of that shit. It just stripped it like somebody like gene edited them and made it Asian. Cause how the fuck did they get? Yeah, I don't know. Unless they were, maybe I'm just ignorant to how that flowed. I mean, that's very possible. Well, but I think of all the races, they're the least featured.
Like features. In China and Vietnam, then you have a lot of pale Asians, but then you have like Thai and Filipinos that are much darker. Like,
well, they're mixed with Spanish people.
Yeah, but Spaniards are light skinned.
Some.
Like there supposedly there was a lot of blacks like on the Filipino islands and like even like in Australia, you know how you got like the Aboriginals or whatever like that.
Aborigines or some shit. They got big ass spiders too. Australia freaks me out. Like, well, they go to visit, but I don't want to stay there very long because I feel like one of those spiders is gonna be creeping on. They like, nigga, remember you talking that shit about my Facebook video? Like, it's just,
Australia just got like kangaroos.
They got shit that'll kill you everywhere. They got the big ass. They got kangaroos that want to fight you. They got the Aborigines and they got the little fucking munchkin people that want to eat you. They eat people. They have sharks. They have prisons. They be in your business when you fly over there. They will make sure they don't let you use drugs. You go to jail. You go to jail.
Like, I feel like they should just like evacuate Australia and use it as like a world.
It was supposed to be a prison. It was supposed to be a prison for like everybody. It was supposed to be their outcast like prison. That's what it was supposed to be, a big ass prison.
We should use it like a landfill. Like we just send our shit there like a dump.
I mean, they got nice shit. They got sharks.
Yeah, you really feel.
They got sharks up the ass. Oh man.
I don't have anything negative to that.
I mean, are you sure about that?
I'm just saying, it's just like
landfill.
It's like a shit area. Like, it's just...
Goddamn.
Person who's never been in Australia. What the fuck?
I've seen enough videos.
He didn't want to offend the Asians, but fuck those goddamn Australians. Your fucking shit place over there. Oh man. Damn. Speaking of fucked up places, Brazil wants to incarcerate the unvaxxed. Why? That's a good question.
Because they're not vaxxed.
Why? Is this some like Last of Us type shit? They want to put them in jail so they don't spread to the population? Like, is that what it is? Or
nah. So essentially, they want to criminalize any. So, for example, like what we're doing right now, covering this, talking about on the podcast, they want to criminalize anything that would be labeled misinformation. Anything, any reports of like vaccine side effects. They want to punish you for it. And if you're unvaxxed and refuse to get vaxxed, they want to throw you in jail for it. Punishable for 2 years.
So let me get this straight. Brazil, that's cool with selling cocaine, having girls that have dicks out, like selling their bodies in the street, beheading women in the street, and corrupt like politicians. They want to put all the unvaxxed people in jail. Like, that's their top priority.
I mean, that should tell you. Like, I mean, look where we came from. Like the world that we came from, where like the mandatory vax, like what they were willing to take from us. if we didn't get the shit, right?
They want to
Especially in
put it
certain
all.
areas. Like, thankfully, we're in Florida. It's a little more relaxed here than other states. But like,
Yeah, Disneyland,
you know,
baby.
Australia, like that shithole. They was fucking, they was
Niggas in Sydney are coming for your throat, I'm telling you.
like,
It's like, fuck that guy over there, right? Fuck you, mate.
they was pretty strict when it came to that vaccine shit.
Oh yeah, they didn't
Yeah,
play that
I mean,
shit.
Like,
They were strict
fucking
about the
hell.
gun thing. The gun thing popped off. They're like, all right, no more guns. They're like, what? Yep, no more guns. You're an island. Figure it the fuck out. Like, oh damn, I am an island. I can't go anywhere. This is crazy. It's a continent, right? Or no?
It's like
It's a big ass landmass.
yeah. It's a gathering of shit. Yeah. Like, joking. It's a joke.
It's a joke. Ha ha. Ha
You
ha.
just lost all your Australians.
I don't give a fuck. Like, we
Get
lose it
offended,
everywhere. They don't love us on TikTok. They don't love us on Facebook. So should I give a fuck at this point? Like, go all the way. Australia got some bad bitches though. That's one thing I will give them. I follow them on TikTok. I'll be seeing.
Australia is the home of Iggy Azalea.
She's not one of them.
That's when I figured that was coming. That's
I'm
hilarious.
just saying, like, she's alright. I'm not gonna say that she's like ugly or not like that. Like, but
She looks like toothpaste.
she just looks like a tall ass white girl. In America, like where there are plenty of white girls, like it's just.
I don't know. I bet you she smell like bologna. But let's move on. I like Oscar Mayer hot dogs. They're pretty good, but the bologna.
But no, I mean, like, does it not scare you that the power of the vax, that people now are willing to criminalize the unvaxxed and send them in jail?
I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised at all. I'm not surprised they're not like giving them the COVID 3.0 just to fuck with them for them not getting vaccinated. They've done worse shit in history. They've like given people blankets with measles on it and shit. So
to skip, Sam Smith's gay performance and shit, fucking down to Pfizer. How they want to make more. They want to create new COVIDs so that then they could sell more vaccines.
Makes sense.
So now when we're sitting there talking about how the unvaxxed, the people who said, hey, nah, I don't trust y'all because something seems suspicious. Now we're saying, hey, we're going to throw y'all in jail, while at the same time we got Pfizer saying, hey, now we're going to invent some new viruses to turn around.
With the niggas that are unvaxxed in jail, so we can see how it work. I mean, it'd be crazy if...
Why are the unvaxxed going in jail and not Pfizer?
I don't know. You know why? Pfizer making that money, baby.
I know.
Pfizer selling that.
Because we live in a kind of in a world where that's normal. That's, like...
Money is more important than people. Yep,
But,
that's what it is. They don't give a fuck about us. Michael Jackson said it years ago. I don't want to say it. Exactly.
But,
he did it. He did that song. Was fire. Yeah. He's basically said they don't give a fuck about us. And he said it like to everybody too. So it's like, yeah, very obvious that they don't give a fuck about us. And he's like the biggest star in the world. So, yeah.
Now speaking of being stars in the world and shit, let's talk about Sam Smith's unholy performance at the Grammys.
Oh man, I didn't see it myself. So
you didn't see it?
No, my eyes have been spared.
No. Fucking Google it. Look that shit up.
Oh God, I don't know. Jesus forgive me. I didn't pull it up.
So will you.
Sam Smith.
This shit was as cringe as it gets. Did you watch it, kid?
I did. I didn't know this whole time that girl was a trans.
Yeah, me either, but I don't really care. I mean, the song's fire. Yeah, not
Don't know
fire.
if y'all saw this week.
The song's
Sam
cool,
Smith
you know what I
performed-
mean? Like, just this.
I just don't want to see this, to be honest. And then, of course, we have Kim Petra in a cage. Exactly. Great visuals for kids, for sure. Kind of like your history.
It looks like she's under a heating lamp.
Okay.
She's like the Jews at the Holocaust.
Oh my God.
Goddamn.
Why did you make me think of that?
I just exited.
Oh my God.
I exited what's the name of our Twitch show, or at least the comment part. My bad. Terrible, bro. Terrible. I wasn't thinking of that. I was thinking of the chicken at Popeyes getting heated up on a heat lamp. That's what I was thinking of. Mommy don't know the chicken's getting hot at the Popeye shop.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Anyways, but nah, man, like this shit is like flagrant, bro. Like
Trying to push that demon shit.
and here's why I'm glad he did it though, because this is the first time I've ever seen the population in mass go. These motherfuckers all worship the devil. Like
I mean, I don't know.
Before, you know what I'm saying? Like when people were talking about the Illuminati, it was a conspiracy theory. Oh, these artists are putting up these
I don't know.
signs.
I don't think
the 3 6s.
I don't think it was Sam Smith.
You know what I mean?
All the devil
triangles.
worshippers lose weight. That nigga looked like he ate a bag of dicks for a whole summer straight.
That's probably what he's been doing. You know what I
He
mean?
gained a lot of weight.
Okay.
Usually you sacrifice, you eating children, so you're eating them slow, so you don't gain a lot of weight. So that's why they get all frail and shit.
I don't know.
That's what I'm thinking. I don't know if that's true, but
I'm not thinking about
I
that.
think if you're worshiping devils, you should look better. I would think. I would
Nah, look
want
at Madonna. You
Nah.
see that bitch?
but she's like 85 though. She's
No, but
still,
like, she looked like Dwight in the Office when he wears the mask and shit.
Yeah.
Like,
she's
fucking-
trying to stay young for too long. She's not a virgin no more, and she's not been touched for the very first time. She's been touched a lot of times.
That shit looked like just too many botched surgeries. Though.
I mean,
That's what it looked like. It looked like she had like tried to do
she didn't.
like
She just
too
didn't.
many surgeries.
She didn't eat enough children. That's what it was. She didn't eat. She got to keep up her quota. I think it's one kid per year you want to shave off. So
I don't know, but Sam Smith, he's he's a talented dude.
yeah,
Right? So we can't take away from him.
nope, we won't.
And we shall not try to.
Nope.
I like some of his songs. You know
Yep.
what I'm saying?
You too.
I just don't like this shit. And it's I don't know if it's like
You don't like that daddy's getting hot in the
contractual, like
in the
in
body
the
shop?
huh?
You
No,
don't
no.
like-
What I don't like is this blatant Satanism, like Lil Nas X in that music video where he's like, giving the devil a lap dance.
He was trying to sell some Air Maxes. That's all that was.
But why is like this shit coming from the gay community?
I mean,
Like all the
because
Satanism.
like who could say it and not get backlash for it?
Nobody, because
They can. They can.
They're getting the backlash.
But they still rocking with it.
They might still be.
They
rocking
did
with
that
it,
shit at
but-
the Grammys. It's the most blatant shit you could possibly do.
No, that's why I want to see the Super Bowl because I'm like something's gonna
I
happen.
think Rihanna's gonna come out with the Black Panther devil worshiping gear.
Hell yeah. I love Rihanna, but no, yeah, that umbrella show shows. You know what I mean? Like, but no, I expect there to be some stuff at the Super Bowl. That's how I. Who you got winning?
My bad, nigga. I'm going to sleep. Why you watching that shit? I mean, like, I think it. I don't know. It's either. Fuck. I don't know. I don't know. I'm sure you're gonna say Eagles, of course. KC should be good to win if Mahomes' ankle is actually all right. If his ankle's all fucked up, I don't see him winning because the Eagles have been dominating. So
Well,
like they're on a wave right now. But like I heard the quarterback for KC, his ankle was fucked up the last few weeks. So
Where are they
like
going against?
against the Eagles,
No, where are they going against?
Kansas City,
Oh.
KC, Patrick Mahomes. Yeah, Mahomes might do it to him if his ankle is not fucked up. But if his ankle's fucked up though, like you're not gonna be your best you when you're recovering from an injury. So I don't know.
Speaking of flying high, fucking what do you guys think of the U.S. and saying that they shot down 2 UFOs, one over Alaska and one over Canada?
I think they're full of shit. They just try to distract us because the world's ending and we're all running out of money.
I mean, what if there was video proof of it? Like
I feel like
Russia
they
shot down their
I feel like
UFO?
they could have did that shit in their backyard, nigga. Like they could be lying to us. Like don't worry that we almost shut the government down or that that we're having earthquakes in different countries or that the poles are shifting or don't worry about any of that shit. look at this shiny thing I shot out of the sky. Yeah, it's like some shit you did to your parents.
You know what I mean? Like, as a way of, like, for example, we just had this whole balloon scare, right? Which is nothing that didn't make sense was if you saw this balloon was coming over, right? Mm-hmm. Why wouldn't you shoot it down earlier?
But I think it's all like to distract us. Because like they're very forthwith with all this information. Like they're very like, oh, look at this is what I'm doing. But they never did that before. Mm. And they never do that with shit that they want to be, keeping under wraps. So it's like every time you do it, every time you see it, you're going to tell us instantly. But the aircraft for the fucking UFO shit didn't come out for years. Years. And people were complaining. We're still seeing videos from like 5-6 years ago.
Yeah, and that's what I don't understand.
But the balloon like instantly made the news. Like, all right, nigga. And then somebody instantly shot it down. They never shot it down before. It's like theatrical of it almost. Because they're like, all right, you have to get a highly trained pilot to fly up there and shoot that balloon at high altitude, like higher than it's supposed to be flying at, just for what? It's a fucking weather balloon. And then they were worried about shooting it because they're like, well, we don't know what can happen if we shoot it.
Payload attached to it.
Yeah, it can have a payload. It can have this.
Biological, nuclear.
Yeah, but once again, like, why would you shoot it down if it has a payload? You're taking an unnecessary risk.
That's why they didn't shoot it down.
No, they did though.
They did, but once it was over the Atlantic.
But it could still be bad. Like, it poisoned all the water. Like, if it was nuclear, like, it could have blown up and still all the sea life would be dead. It'd be affected area. Like,
no, definitely.
But it's just weird that they would do it and then tell us right away. Like, usually they do that kind of shit and they tell the American people later, like, well, 5 days ago we discovered this, and then they shoot it down. They don't just...
It's like how they know it's Trump. They're like, oh, well, Trump had weather balloons fly over him all the time. I'm like, well, I didn't fucking know about it.
That's what my whole thing is. Like, our focus is so focused on that, but there's a reason why they tell you to look this way while they do some other shit. Like, it's always like that. So it just felt very disingenuous. Like, it didn't feel like right. It felt like this bullshit.
There's
something to it, but what it is, I don't know.
But the thing is, like, I told you, I don't know if it's genuine. Like, I don't know if these craft are actually, some alien shit, or if it's us pretending to be aliens, as in like the U.S. and Russia,
Maybe it's like some underwater niggas, like an ancient civilization that's underwater, and it's just coming out to like see how we're doing.
But I'm just saying, like, what would you do if we woke up tomorrow and there's aliens on the front lawn of the White House, and there's a giant fucking spaceship just hovering over every fucking major capital in the U.S., and they just were like, no, now we're here. Hey, sorry, we've been here all this time, but time to just let you guys know what's up.
And you're pretty assed out. That's what you can do.
I mean, and that's what I'm wondering. Like, is this like a staging for a bigger event? Like all these little things, like, just to give you little reminders, like, that aliens exist. Just put the Pentagon releasing all these UFO reports and, all these classified fucking briefings and shit, giving you little snippets like, UFOs, fucking the UFO that got shot down in Russia. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was on video. Like, I hadn't never seen a UFO get shot down before. So that's why I didn't believe it was really UFO, because I'm like, UFOs typically don't get shot down. You know what I mean? Like, otherwise, that must mean that we are on par with their technology. You know what I mean? There's no way fucking aliens are supposed to be way, way beyond us, right? But, like, what if? You know what I mean? Like, it's... Like, I said it last year was the year for aliens, but I was wrong. But, like...
What would you do if aliens showed up and they talk the same language as us?
I'd be disturbed.
And they look just like us.
No.
They were just from a different planet. And they're like, hey, niggas, sit.
Well, then, and remember we talked about the last pod, the World Economic Forum, how they said how they wanted to mutate the human species to turn them into the new graves. Like, that... Like, why the fuck? How did you link those two? You know what I'm saying? Like, where are you getting these ideas from? Like,
so I'm telling you, them Asians, bro, you look kind of sus. Just a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, like,
They're the closest to the graves, bro. I'm telling you, bro.
and now the sun is breaking down. A chunk of the sun came off. Like,
It happens sometimes. It gets depressed, Pieces of it fall
a
apart.
lot of celestial events going on. A lot of stuff, and like I said, man, like it's some times, bro, and I know like people been saying, "Yo, this is coming soon," but it took forever to get here. But here we are. Like, we in them times.
Times ending of the times.
And I hope it's not as bad as everyone's gonna think it. Everyone thinks it's gonna be, or like.
I mean, the Bible is pretty descriptive on how it's going to be.
That's the problem. That indeed is the problem. Like I said, like
Maybe we all like get like a whiff in the air, we trip on acid, and we see everything that happens in the Bible, and that's just over.
I don't know, man. Like I kind of just want to. I just hope for a quick death, to be honest. Like I like just like for example, just kicking in with you guys, and then fucking an asteroid just flames gone. That's it. Like I don't want to suffer. You know what I mean?
You want to be an extra crispy biscuit in like 2 seconds.
Yeah, like the people that got hit with the nuke, like the first people.
Oh yeah,
Not
they
the ones
gone.
that got died
The ones
from
that
radiation.
vaporized.
Yeah, the ones that got turned into the wall. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Spirit got turned into the spirit force.
I don't know, man. But
That's why I got a Mazda, because I support Japanese.
what do you think about the sun breaking down and chunk?
Scary. Scary as fuck.
Yeah, I mean,
Well, it's still
it still sucked it back in because the gravity is so great that it probably broke off and then went right back into the sun, honestly.
I mean, what I do know though is the sun's been having a lot of solar flares lately. They've been saying that it's been some.
It's been very
weird
emotional.
activity. It got bubble guts.
It got the bubble guts. It had like it had a mango habanero wings from fucking from these niggas at Wingstop. It's got a upset tummy. It's got to let some out.
It had the Indian goat curry.
That goat curry.
That Indian goat curry had you shit.
Shit your brains out. Clean out your pipes.
But that shit tastes good though.
I heard it tastes good, but I never had it because I'm like, I don't want to shit my brains out. I don't shit my brains out.
Though. You gotta clean the system. Get the parasites out. Them demons.
Them demons. You know who likes to eat parasites and they sell them in their country?
If you say Asians, I'm Alright, folks, that's it.
Yeah, but they do sell a little bottled water.
No.
For real.
I got you. Fucking, I don't know. We'll call it something later. Fucking, anyways, we appreciate y'all sticking it through.
To wrap like an egg roll.
Fucking, everybody was kung fu fighting and everything.
Dip it in teriyaki sauce. We're done.